Welcome to our welcome to our Meet the TM7 session today. So we've had a very exciting time with obviously with this new beautiful machine that has been released to us. We definitely still have our L plates on, but we thought we have to come online and show you guys as much as we can, just in a bit of an overview without bombarding you with our excitement. Um, and any questions, happy to have a Q&A session at the end. But for now, my name's Michelle Noonan. I'm the team leader for the area that I live in because you're all over Australia. Um, I have been, oh gosh, I've been a Thermomix consultant for nearly 9 years. This is my third model of Thermomix to play with and to love. And I do just love that every time we get a new feature or a new machine, it's just better and better. And we get so excited, don't we?
Yes,
Um,
always.
so I, yeah, always. I started to take the preservatives and numbers out of my kids' diet because I've got some that bounce extra when they have the wrong foods and numbers and things like that. So I was cooking everything from scratch anyway. So I could definitely see how this was going to change my world, just making it quicker. But yeah, and obviously over the years, as my family have evolved, so has the Thermomix for us, and we use it completely differently now to how we did 9 years ago. But that's the beauty with this machine; it just grows with you. And I've got Bev with me today. Bev, if you'd like to introduce yourself,
Thank you.
please.
I'm Bev Smith, and I've been around Thermomix, it feels like a very long time. So I think it's about 14 years, 15 years. Unlike Michelle, I wasn't a cook that was trying to remove preservatives and additives because I found that was very hard. I didn't really know how to do that. I was busy throwing all sorts of things into my supermarket trolley. And then over a beautiful bowl of soup at my workplace, I discovered vegetable stock paste, which then led me to the Thermomix. So I actually bought one the day after that bowl of soup. And I thought, how am I going to get really good at this? I'm going to share it with other people. So I discovered there was actually a consultant opportunity. So I kicked that off, and I've been enjoying it for a long time. This is my fourth launch of a new machine. I didn't actually see the launch of the 31, but it's very exciting. And I have to say, this machine steals my sleep a little bit at night. I'm thinking about it. And I have been known to get up twice in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. to get onto the screen and just see what I can find and what haven't I discovered yet. So it's an excitement machine and it's a lot
Yep,
of fun. And I think, you're absolutely going to love it if you haven't got
yep.
yours yet. So yeah, that's a bit about me. So we're going to go through a few different things, aren't we? But you're starting.
Yeah.
Hand over to you again. Do we have to
And
spotlight each other or
I've
something?
already I've already
You've
done
done
that.
it?
So
Oh,
we'll
okay,
just
cool.
say, yep,
Okay.
well, it should be. Yes, thank you for your intro. We're very, very blessed in our team to be able to work alongside Bev with such knowledge. I absolutely love your passion, even all these years on. It's brilliant. Now, I thought I'd show you and just get it started. Then we'll go through some other bits and pieces. But one of the big things, I guess, with the TM7 is you can do brownings. So a proper saute, not like the 31 and the 5 where it's a stewed onion, a proper saute, and you can do this manually this time, which is nothing we've seen before. So I thought I'd just pop some onions on to show you. So and we'll go through a little bit more with the screen and whatnot as we go along. Hopefully you can see the gist of that. These are all of our modes here. One says browning. If I click on that, can you see that okay? Yep,
Yep.
great. If I click on that, you can actually choose here what you would like to do. You can go 10 minutes, however many seconds if you want it to be exact, 160 degrees gentle, or you can go intense. So I did this the other day and I popped it on for, I think I did 14 minutes because the cookie dough recipe used to be about 18 minutes that I followed for caramelized, not sauteed, caramelized onions. So I'm just going to set this off and you can see here, we don't have a dial anymore, thank goodness, and Bev will talk to that soon. I'll go 15 minutes, 160 degrees, and I'll just pop it up to intense. I can access the scales here and you'll see the scales. Oh, I was touching the back of it. When I let go of it, you can see, there you go. And as I pop just 20 grams of oil in, you can see it weighing there.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's so fun. And then I've just chopped some onion into wedges to pop in because that's how I prefer it to be. And I just love onion, and I love a proper flavored onion. So lid goes on. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do, oh, we've done that, is press play. And it'll stir, it'll heat, it'll do its thing, just like every other recipe. So with this one, it turns, the blades turn, and then it stops. So it actually gets to hit the bottom and get that high heat to it, if that makes sense. Now, anyone with the TM6 will be familiar with that action, but not familiar with being able to do it without trying to piggyback off a cookie dough recipe. So I'm going to leave that there to do its thing. You can see the screen's very interactive. It's telling me exactly what I needed to do when I needed to do it. All right. And you can see it's got a built-in glider board. So there's no need for the board anymore. It just slides. Okay. So I'll pop that to the back there, just out of my way for a moment, while I go through some of the bits and bobs. Just a quick reference to some of the differences that we haven't seen before. So we've got our aroma. Our aroma is 45% bigger than we've had before. It's a different shape, you can see as well. So this is completely redesigned. Oh, can you hear that sizzle?
A little bit.
Yay, because Zoom cuts out noises sometimes. But that is sizzling away. Like if that was on my stove, I would have the biggest mess. But you would get that proper caramelization, and that's the flavor. Sorry, my phone was not disturbed. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. I just always the way. No one calls me until I'm on a call. All right, so there's your lid. It's a different shape, like I said. It's easier to fit food into. There's your tray. So you still got the same concept of your dish, your tray, and your lid. It's all there. It stacks better. You've got a mode to support this as well, steaming. When you go into that mode, it'll ask you what you're steaming. It'll ask if you've got the simmer basket inside the bowl, as well as the varoma, just so it can adjust the temperature and the time, the speed, to make sure that you're getting, the best result out of that. So it's a little bit clever in that respect. Now, sorry for the noise. So butterfly are very similar. Same. Now, simmer basket, it's got a lid on it. Same. There we go. It looks a little bit different, just a smidgy bit different, but it's the same concept. Your spatula is really flat. It still has this hook on it to hook the basket. Now we've got to get used to, like I said, my L plates are on. It's a little bit of a steeper sort of trajectory to capture that in the TM6. Yeah. Now this flat part of the spatula too, you can open the lid with it. So that's a bit fun. The base of the spatula here, when you have your bowl upside down and you're getting your dough out by turning the bottom of the blade, you can actually turn it with this, and your consultant will show you all those tips and tricks at your delivery briefing. This stands flat like that on the bench as well, or it can stand up if you wish as well. It's also got flexible sides, so you can scoop it right out. Okay. Now you can see we've got the cap instead of an MC or a measuring cup. So that's there. The lid's been redesigned in conjunction with that, so you can still get, if you want to, emulsify your oils and things like that, it'll still work, but it's a lot safer. You don't need to be putting this on the lid like you might have with previous models, etc. Now, I'll leave the bowl for Bev to show you and all of that, and obviously we've got some other features that Bev's going to go through a little bit more with you now.
Okay, thank you. All right, so what I'm going to do is, do I need to do anything, like alter anything? No?
No, you're
okay.
well set.
All right, so I can see you, but I can't see what you guys will be.
Oh,
Can you, no, it's okay. If I go like that, can you see my screen?
Yes.
I can see the screen very well, thank
Okay,
you.
all right. I can see you, Michelle. So I'm just wondering if I
Oh,
can have it so
It's
I can see. If you can change it to spotlight me, then I will be able to see what I'm pointing at.
oh, you are spot.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are
but
spot.
looking at my computer, I can see you. So I'm just wondering if it can be changed. That's all right. I don't need to look at that. I just need to look here. So long as everyone can see it, yeah?
Yeah, we can see you clearly, Bev.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. So the screen on the TM7 is 10-inch, and it's amazing to have such a big screen. When I had the TM5, I thought, why do we need a big screen on the 6? And I very quickly got used to it. This one is just so easy to get used to. It's amazing. So what you can do with the screen, it's very intuitive. There's multiple things on the screen at the same time, and that's the advantage of having a big screen. So you'll notice on the left side here, there's a little house, that's home, search. If I touch that one there, it goes into all my recipes, my collections created. The next one down is the modes. So it's like a little blade, but it takes you to all the different modes. And the final one at the bottom takes you other places. You can go into my week, you go into settings, your profile, and you can alter that according to what you want, and tutorials and help. But I'll go back to the home screen. What I really love about this is that you can choose what sort of theme you want for yourself. You personalize it. So if I scroll down not too far on the home screen, you get here, edit home screen. So when I select that, I get 3 choices. So if you want to be inspired, you will choose I like daily inspiration. And then you go next and done. And what that will do is offer you recipes. You'll get a lot of recipes according to the ones that are trending, the particular recipes that are themed for you in the setup process, whether you're a time-saving cook or whatever it might have been when you set up. So these are recipes that they will feed to you to be appropriate to what your style of and your needs for the kitchen. And then there's bookmarks and recently cooked. Yeah, so what I wanted to show you, so that's the one that's for inspiration. Now, if you go back down again, I'll just show you one more. The second one is I like organizing myself, and the third one is I like having my tools ready, which are all the different modes. So if I go to I like organizing myself and go next, now my daughter brought this up. She said, Mum, I like to have a particular modes handy, and one of them is blend because she's making a smoothie in the morning. So you can alter. What I've got here is my week, pre-clean, manual, and tutorials, just at the moment. But if I think I don't want tutorials anymore, you hit the little pencil and you say, I think I would like blend, like my daughter. So now I've adjusted what comes up straight away, and you can hit done and you've got that sorted. I will show you the third one just really quickly. So this third one is I like having tools ready. All my tools are ready. And again, with a little pencil, you can adjust the order of these because there's 20 of them, but they're going to show you 8 of the most common ones that you'd be using. So being able to design your own screen like that is really useful. Okay, so let's go back to home and what I actually prefer for myself. I've played around with them, so it's done. I've tried them all. I want to find the one that I want the best, that is most useful, and it's the organizing one for me.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the screen. Everything's clearer because it's a large screen. The videos are very clear and good quality. You'll find videos throughout recipes, but you'll also find videos, in the learning of the Thermomix, you'll find in the tutorials. And everything is clear and very easy to see. The visibility is amazing. And also you can choose the font. You can have a normal size font or you can go to a large font. I've gone to a large font because I want to really be able to see it well. Okay, so that's a bit about the screen, but what I would suggest, not getting up at 2 a.m., but when you do go to bed, unless you really like, I don't know why I did that, but I did it twice. But spend a bit of time on your screen, look at what's there, open things up, navigate it, just, and don't be worried if you don't know it all in the first day or even the first week. We've had this for 2 weeks now, and I'm still learning things. I'm excited to be able to discover things. So be that person, be a student to your TM7. Don't be someone that, is worried that they don't know it all straight away. Okay, so,
Yeah.
all right. So the sleek black. Oh my gosh, how can I describe that? I know Yvonne's on right now, and we've been calling it the tall, dark, handsome Thermomix in the kitchen. We've called it other things, but it's just absolutely incredibly beautiful. It's not bulky. It doesn't stand out. It stands out as being very slender, sophisticated, smooth lines, and it's got an amazing, I'll just turn this around, and if you can see, I'll take the bowl off. The bowl, there's no more locking arms, so the bowl just lifts up and off. Okay, so with the lid, you do actually need to line these up with the handle for it to go on effectively. So take the lid off. So we have this beautiful outer coating, not coating, sorry. What's the word I'm looking for? It's an outer
Pasting.
casing.
Can you move it in front of your screen a little bit?
Yeah. It's just like,
there we
got
go.
Better? Yeah.
That's better.
Okay, so it's
Thank
made
you.
from recyclable materials. They've always, for the company, are always looking to do things in a, environmentally friendly way. Now, this outer casing will quieten the Thermomix. The other day I had something cooking and I had to get down and listen because I thought, I don't think I actually started the cook, and it was actually cooking. It was working. So that's how quiet it is. It's amazing. Now, one of my best favorites, is the removal of the bowl. I have for 14 years been helping people to get their bowl apart when it's brand new, and it's not easy. So you just slide that across here with this. They've made it simple. The blade comes straight out, and then it goes back in when you need to put it back together, and then it's all locked in. So it's very simple, very easy. So when you do want to take this out, when you need to wash it, you need to empty out what's in there. You might have just done a pre-clean, empty out the water before you take this apart. So then move that.
And that one out.
Take the whole bowl out. Yvonne, I think that you're not on mute, so we can hear when you're talking. So maybe just pop on mute. That would be great. So we take this out and then we wash it as we would, whether it goes in the dishwasher or we're washing it in the bowl, the sink, sorry, at home. So it's very simple to take apart, and that's a brilliant feature of the new TM7. Put it back in again.
Yep.
And lock it in place. All right, so that's the bowl. That's how attractive.
Oh, did we lose sound? Or is it just me? Well, we can't hear you, Bev.
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but
No, it was me, Bev. I
Oh.
accidentally went to mute myself. I went to check that I muted myself and didn't realize I was still co-host, so I muted everybody.
I might be talking too much.
Sorry.
Okay, so now the other thing, I'm nearly done. The other thing
That's
is
okay.
that we don't have a round dial anymore. There's no dial. Everything
Yep.
is on the screen, which is amazing. And there's no locking arms. So that time that you just wait for the arms to lock is all given back to you. Now, when you add that up over your life, I reckon that you've got a whole lot more time to be cooking up amazing food. Just the locking arm time that's been given back. Okay, and did I say it's cool to touch? It doesn't heat up, it's quiet,
Yes.
and it's heating on the inside, but not there. It's a thermal protective cover. Okay, I think what else am I going to?
Open cooking.
Oh, yes. Okay, so open cooking. Like that was the thing I could not wait to really understand and get to know. It's very exciting. So when you go into modes, by the way, can you see? Yeah. Okay, so the modes are here and there is a few different modes. There's manual mode, which Michelle touched on briefly, but there's an open cooking mode here. So let's open it up. Any mode that you open, by the way, I've been going up here to show me the tips, tell me everything I need to know about this mode. So make sure you do that too. You've got to really understand what the modes are. So open cooking is where you can actually cook without the lid. So there's a couple things that need to be present for that to happen. So you need to go no further than speed 2. And also the temperature you can't have more than 100. So if you've got those two things in place, you can actually remove the lid. And the advantages of that are that you're cooking in there without the lid. You can taste, you can add spices, you can adjust. It's like pot cooking and you've got no blade moving. It just simmers, and it cooks. And it just gives you more freedom to adjust a recipe, to change something within the recipe. Like I was making pasta and I needed to give it more time. So I just conveniently added more time for that pasta to cook. But it's a very foreign concept for a Thermomix to cook without the lid. But it's great. I love it. So there's a lot of recipes that will take you into an open cooking step. And it's going to seem unusual to take the lid off and actually do it, but it's part of what they've created with the new Thermomix. Is there anything you want to add to that, Shell, at all?
No, you've covered that perfectly. It's such a
Okay.
fun, different, strange for us feeling
Yes.
feature, but so exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I've had a song here. It's sung its
okay.
song to say it's finished.
All right.
So that was just 14 minutes for that one, and you can see, maybe hang on. I just don't want to tip it. Imagine if I tip onions everywhere. Check that out.
Yeah, look at those.
So you can see that that's properly done. No stewed onions in this one. So and the smell, I wish you could smell it. It smells divine. It's so good because it's properly done. Now, after this, all I do is I'll pop it into a bowl and I'll put some water and vinegar in it and I'll choose a pre-clean and it'll help get all of that catch off the bottom, which is where the flavor is. So just like in a pot or a pan, when you are sauteing, you get that catch on the bottom because that's the flavor. Yeah, so very, very exciting. Lovely to have that. Now, with the Thermomix, with the TM7, it's got, for those of you who like a little bit of a spec, some of the specs, it's got a synchronous motor. So it's smooth, it's maintenance free. So there's no, we don't need to see it for a service. It's not like a car or anything like that. It's got a multi-core processor in this one. So it's quite fast. You see, obviously the graphics are amazing. And it just makes things work so much more efficiently. And also it helps with the quiet, it being a lot quieter to use, that new type of motor. So yeah, very exciting there. What else do we have to tell you? It's got improved temperature control as well, and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth compatibility. It integrates so well with Cookie Do. It doesn't skip a beat. Now, I might just talk to Cookie Do for a second, if that's okay, Bev, and then you can tell us about the onboarding and the manual stuff. So with the Cookie Do, if you haven't seen what Cookie Do is and you're completely new to Thermomix, you actually can go to www.cookiedo.com.au. So that's COOKIDOO.com.au. And you can sign up for a 30-day free trial if you wish to have a play with it. When you do get your TM7, it does come with 3 months free subscription. It's $89 a year to keep it going every year after that. But it saves you. Back in the day, we used to buy a book and a chip for $50, and then you had to remember which book and chip that recipe was on, and you had to store them, etc. This, you have 100,000 recipes at your fingertips. You've got all the different platforms from all over the world that you can tap into should you wish. I think there's nearly 13,000 in English alone, and then you can use Google Translate on the others if you want authentic ones. And of course, with the tech the way it is, it's just a matter of holding it over your screen, you phone it at your screen, and it translates for you. So it's quite easy if you do want authentic cooking. You do all your meal planning through it. You can then take your meal plans through to your shopping list. Now, once you do your shopping list, you can even choose to tick it off as you go, in the shop from the app, or you can take it through to Woolworths online, and it will import those ingredients through for you, tidy it up, and do your online shopping that way. So it is very, very easy and very seamless now for us to use with CookieDo. CookieDo also, being connected, also gives you updates. So as soon as there's an update available, you will just turn your Thermomix on one day and it'll say, do you want to update? Just like your phone does. If you're about to cook, say no and do it later, because that'll be the one time it's a longer update. But otherwise, which is very easy, and your consultant will show you how to do that at your delivery. But otherwise, as soon as things are released, you get them. As soon as there's a new a cookbook or CookieDo collection, etc., you have access to it. So you do get quite a lot for that. Wow, something else I was going to tell you. I get so excited about it and then I forget. How bad's that? So yeah, all very, very in sync, very easy to use, great for your planning, etc. It's gone now. I can't remember the other thing I was going to say. Anything you want to add to that, Bev?
No, I think you've covered it well. Very
Yeah.
good. Like there's a lot in it, but you will get to know it very well within a short time.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to touch on it, if you haven't ordered your TM7 yet, obviously we've got a new model out, and everybody's trying to get their hands on it. We've had a large demand. Now, at the moment, the delivery time, the ETA is August for orders being placed at the moment. Now, as the orders roll in, we do expect that to continue to push out. So if you want to get mixing in time for spring, get your order in so that you're ready to make all your cocktails when the weather warms up. Because they make amazing cocktails, dips, all that sort of thing. So just a little heads up there. But your consultant can definitely guide you a little bit more too. And this session is not to replace the delivery with your consultant. This is just to give you a little heads up if you've already ordered, just to show you what's coming, because we will go a little bit more of a deep dive with you at your delivery briefings. So your consultant will help you with that one. In terms of support, Bev, those other features, do you want to talk to those?
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. So we're back on the home screen. Now, if I go down to, there's 9 little dots at the bottom. If I go there, and that will take me to my week. If you've had a TM6, you'll be familiar with this. Settings, profile, and CookieDo, and tutorials. Now, just before I go into those, I'll just explain your Thermomix will arrive in a big, long box. Nothing like the old box. It's a nice big box. And even the box is exciting. It's got this thing like a zipper. You grab it and it's just, everything is designed so beautifully. But I must admit, we've got 2. We're both consultants. Jeff's is as well. So we had 2 to unbox. Mine, I just actually ripped at it. I couldn't get it out quick enough. But and inside it's wrapped beautifully. There's a little video that shows how to nicely take it apart. So yes, so that's you'll understand how to do that. But it's wrapped and presented beautifully. All right. So once you get it apart and you plug it in, there's a little silver. Can you see that little silver there?
Yep.
So that's everything, where you turn it on, not everything, but you turn it off, you turn it on, if you want to stop a recipe for anything, you just give it a little pause, like a little push, not a pause. So that little silver button is your on-off, basically. Okay, so when you turn it on, it'll take you through, it's very easy. It takes you through the whole process of starting it up, a bit like starting up a TM6. You add in your Wi-Fi, your password, your cookie do account. You get offered your 3 months. So it's just the usual setup process. You choose Australia/New Zealand, you choose your language, and you keep just following that process. It's a very easy process. So then there's a few things to navigate and learn about your Thermomix. So when you go into these 9 dots, you get My Week, you get to Settings, your profile. If you go into your profile, that's where you can name yourself and give yourself whatever name. I'm Thermo Queen. I've been that for a long time. But I was Bev for a while, but then I elevated my name. So you could be whatever you want to be greeted in the morning, you pop the name in there. And there's a few other things in there you can do as well. But what I wanted to go to, I think it's really important to go into to tutorials and help. There's a 12-minute guide called Thermomix Essentials Guide. So that's where you're going to be taken through steps of how to navigate Cookie Do. There's a whole lot of instructions in there about navigating your screen, where to do this, how to do that. And it's all done really well. And it takes you 12 minutes to go through that. But I'd highly recommend, like I said before, become a TM7 student. You've bought a beautiful piece of equipment for your kitchen, so you want to make the most of it. And I'm sure all of us have bought something before that probably spent a lot of money on, but never got to know it as well as you could. Well, there's plenty of instruction here to teach you how to use your Thermomix as well as your consultant and our Facebook special group called the Prestige Group, which hopefully all of you are going to be part of once you have a Thermomix 7. Okay, so that's the tutorials. Make sure you visit there, but it's also really good to go into, the manual. The manual, you get this beautiful sort of a glossy, everything's in black. You get this with your Thermomix and it'll be sitting right at the top when you open up the box. So this is really an excerpt from the instruction manual. But the instruction manual is also, I find it easier to read on this than the tiny weeny print in here. So, and again, that's something you can sit and do at your leisure, but make sure you have a good read through. You'll learn things. I actually learned something just by preparing for today. I'm a bit embarrassed to tell you, but like we all know that the butterfly whisk is speed 4, never more than that. And it's been that since I've ever been around for many years.
Yep.
That's correct, isn't it? Speed 4,
Yep.
nothing more, but you could go less. But something I was, sometimes when you want to make veggies for 2, just a few veggies, out comes the simmer basket and you pop the veggies in, put in some water, pop it in, and you know that you're going to be right for veggies. Well, I've made the mistake before of just going up to Varoma and not putting it on 100. And it says specifically in there at operating limits, if you go in and have a look, 3.2, simmer basket, maximum 100. So I've broken that rule for a long time. Now I know it. And I mean, that's just something that I thought, that's an example of needing, knowing what you need to know. And, I'm asking all you to read the manual, and obviously I haven't read it properly myself, but I will now. And one more thing to say, like my brother and his wife have had all the versions of Thermomix, but one frustration that they found was that the Thermomix will turn itself off after 15 minutes. And if you walk away and come back, you've got to wait that time for it to reboot. Now, this is something I've discovered. Again, it was in the middle of the night. I thought about this. There's a little line up here. Let's go back to home. And there's a line. I think it's called your cooking center. Is that right, Michelle? Cooking center? Whereas in the Thermomix 6, it was just a timer.
Yep.
So up here, they've got the
Yeah.
timer, they've got the scales, and they've also got quick access to pre-clean. But if you want your Thermomix to turn off, you might notice that I've got 1 hour and 39 minutes. Like if you're doing a lot of cooking and you're over there and you're over here and not here all the time, it's good because your Thermomix won't turn itself off if you could actually use the timer just to keep it on. It was just something I discovered today. You probably use the timer for what it's actually really used for. But and another thing, a little hack, very quick one, if you're in a recipe and you go off somewhere else and try to do another recipe, that's where you'll find your recipe in this area to turn it off so that you can open a second recipe.
We learnt that at the market last weekend, didn't we, Bev?
We did. We're at a market and we couldn't get out of the recipe that one of us had gone into. So that's how we've all got our L plates on, but that's okay.
Absolutely.
I love that we're in this together. And that's what I say to potentially people that want to earn a Thermomix. Look, come on board,
Correct.
all on a learning journey together. And, you know, rolling out a brand new machine is such a great way to get yours in your kitchen. You earn it through time, not money. So
no, because now there's no deposit on it. There used to be when you came on board to Earn. So I came on board with Earn, and you used to have to put a deposit down and then sell 6 in your 60 days and whatnot.
Yes.
But now there's no deposit. There's no business kit to buy. You just literally say, yep, I'm going to give it a red hot go. When you sell 6 in your 60 days, then you've earned your Thermomix. Should you not sell your 6 in your 60 days, then whatever you have sold will reduce the price of your TM7.
Yes.
So it's still a win-win situation. Yeah, it's so exciting.
One more exciting part about that is that you'll get your Thermomix quickly. None of this waiting for spring cocktails. You'll get it within like a few days.
You'll get it ready for winter soups.
Yes, that's it. So.
I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Bev. I was really excited about doing this session with you because I just love that you've got such enthusiasm. And I love to share all of this myself as well with the customers. And with any of you that haven't ordered yet, please contact your consultant if there's any questions that you might have. But we've got a few minutes now. Has anybody got any questions that they would like answered?
Don't be shy.
Yeah, nothing at all. Oh, wow.
Did we cover it that well? Or maybe there's things that will come up for you when you've got yours. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know when you don't know.
Oh,
pre-orders, they come out depending when you ordered. So I think Chelsea, you ordered for a July delivery. Yeah, but I can check that for you. There you go. There's the onions.
Yeah.
But August at the moment is delivery time. And like I said, pop in, either come and earn to get yours ASAP or pop your order in sooner rather than later if you don't want to wait too long. Thank you so much for coming along today. It's been lovely to see you all online. We will have a cookie do session, a basic cookie do session for those of you with Thermomixes on Wednesday night. Georgia will be running that at 8 o'clock. I'll pop the link to book that in your follow-up email from today's session as well. But thank you so much.
Thank you. It's really great being online again. It's been a while.